Let me tell you a story. Now, you've probably heard of someone called Greta Thunberg. Greta Thunberg is a climate change activist, aged 17, and she has done more to make us aware of the climate change crisis than anybody in all of history. However, few people know that she started out her campaign by sitting outside the steps of Parliament in Sweden every single Friday, demanding that they cut emissions by 15%. You go on her Instagram, you can see every single week of that campaign, and she's not stopped. She then began encouraging her friends to join her, and 18 months later, there was 4 million people across the world campaigning and protesting against climate change. Greta Thunberg changed the world because she refused to give up. Greta Thunberg changed the world because she had a passion for something and made a difference. But how can we change the world? What can we do about the things that we're passionate about? I think there are 5 key things that we're going to talk about today that Greta Thunberg did. 5 things that I believe will help us all become world changers. Number 1, Greta had a purpose. She wasn't going to stop until she saw a change. Now, each of us have a purpose. Each of us have something we're passionate about. Go and find that thing that you wish would change and do something about it. How do you know what that thing is? That leads us to number 2, taking a risk. It involves stepping out of our comfort zone, doing something different to what we've done before. We don't change the world by staying the same, because then we're not changing anything. Einstein once said, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting different results. We need to do something different if we want the world to change. Number 3, keep going. Greta started small. She started by sitting outside the Parliament building in Sweden with a sign demanding that they cut emissions by 15%. But the reason that her campaign was so successful was because she didn't stop. Every single week, she's there. Every single week, she's campaigning. She has never given up. Changing the world requires perseverance. It requires keeping on going, even when everybody around us is telling us to stop. When we have a passion and we've stepped out, we need to just keep on going. Even when it looks like nothing's changing, even when it looks like the world is going to stay the same, we need to keep on going. We need to keep going until we see a change. We need to keep going until things are different in the world. Number 4, get around good people. Greta started on her own. And the first thing she did was encourage her friends to join her. Changing the world isn't about us doing everything ourselves. We're never going to be able to change the world on our own. There's an African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go on your own. If you want to go far, go together. If we're going to keep going when life is difficult, we need people around us. We need people who are going to stand next to us and are going to say, we're in this with you. Find a community who are passionate about the same things you're passionate about, who want to see the world changed in the same way that you do. Find those people and then begin. Which leads us to number 5, begin. You see, the thing about changing the world is that we actually need to do something. We can be as passionate as we like about something, and unless we begin, we're never going to change anything. Post that thing on social media. Speak to that person about making a difference. Let's begin to make a difference. Let's begin to change the world. And you are more influential than you think. The things you care about mean that other people care about them too. The things that you do, other people will want to join you. When we all come together, when we get passionate about things, when we take risks, when we don't give up, we will change the world. But changing the world is about beginning.